And hello everybody, welcome back to the channel guys, hope you're all well. Before we do get into today's video, as always, please do smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for daily Rangers content. Guys, back to the Rangers news as we spent the last couple of days laughing away. We've got some very important games on the horizon, of course going up against Benfica this week, which is up next, and then of course going up against Hibs in the Scottish Cup. And we're looking to put the wrongs right from the weekend. Despite us being let off the hook, we do want to make sure that is only a minor bump in the road. And whilst we have got a bit of a break, 3-game break from domestic action, we need to really find our groove again, because I think we've been riding on luck and not really been playing at our best over the last few games. Well, I say Kilmarnock, we played very well against Hearts, but against Kilmarnock I didn't feel that we played very well, and then against Motherwell obviously I don't think we played well at all. So it's about finding our groove again. This period does allow us of course to get a couple of big scalp, hopefully, potentially, and that will galvanise us for the rest of the season. I certainly do believe that, but also as well this period of games acts like a stopgap and allows players to return back to the fold again by the time domestic action returns, in terms of league action returns again, not domestic action, I'm sorry, league action returns again. We should have a bit more bodies back as we look to try and go in on these last 9 games of the campaign and try and lift this Scottish Premiership title. Now, in today's video, guys, we're going to be speaking a lot about Graham Souness, I suppose. There is a lot of things as he spoke about the upcoming game against Benfica. He spoke about Jack Butland. He's also spoke about himself on his return back to the football club, and we're going to be going over whether that will still be happening or not. So starting, of course, with that's probably why you're here, is Graham Souness, as he spoke out about the Rangers consultancy role. Now, a lot of last year, there was a lot of talk that he'd be getting an unofficial role back within the football club, and that would be coming under a consultant basis. He was a part of the managerial appointment of Philippe Clement, and then the sort of weeks following Philippe Clement's appointment, there was a lot of talk that this madman, I love Graham, I really do, but this madman was talking about getting Frank Lampard in through the door, which that was his preferred candidate, and then kind of said, look, he liked Philippe Clement. Either way, it was all said that he was going to be coming back to Rangers in an unofficial role and going to be a consultant going forward. However, he has stated that he will not be coming back to the club in that kind of role. Basically, this is what he had to say. He said it kind of short and sweet. He said that's been and gone. We spoke about it, but it's not going to happen. I'm not going to enlarge on it. So there you go. Graham isn't going to be coming back. And to be fair, whilst I do think Graham is a legend, he's done a lot for this football club, I do think some of his views are a bit outdated. I think he said some outlandish claim about De Zerbi, so to have him in kind of that consultancy role, yes, he does get the football club, yes, he probably does get the character that does get the football club, but I think we need to be moving forward. And whilst Graham has been great for Rangers, he's a Rangers fan, he's obviously had some input with the managerial position, football has moved on leaps and bounds since he was kind of involved in the game. So again, love Graham as a player manager, a legend of the football club, but I don't think he should be in the consultancy role, not at all. But you know, it's good to see him around the place. Hopefully we'll see him in the future. However, he has came out and said some other things as well. He's also claimed that Jack Butland is currently playing as well as any English goalkeeper, and stated that the Rangers man should be in the national squad for the Euro 2024 finals in Germany this summer. Gareth Southgate admitted that the Nations League draw in Paris last month, and that he is seriously considering handing the 9-times capped 30-year-old back to the team. And basically, as stated, ex-Scotland midfielder Souness thinks Butland would be great for the setup. He said, Jack Butland is a top goalkeeper, and I personally think, because I live in England and watch more English games than do Scottish games, he should be in the mix for going to the Euros. I think he's every bit good as any England goalkeeper that's out there at the moment, if not better. Pickford is the box seat, so it's his shirt for the moment, but Jack is top-class performer. Some fool gave me some stick when I said I was amazed that he's not Manchester United or a Liverpool or a number 1 really big club at playing for England. That was seen as criticism of signing for Rangers, or that he was too good for Rangers. Well, Rangers should be jumping up and down that they have a goalkeeper of his quality, because I really believe he should be in the England mix. He is a top goalkeeper. He further stated, you don't win any trophies without a proper goalkeeper, and in many ways being a goalkeeper at Rangers, Celtic or any big football club where you dominate the ball and are on the front foot all the time, you have to be fully concentrated. It's easier to be a goalkeeper when you have corners and shots coming your way on a regular basis, but when most of the play is at the other end, you've got to be concentrated in a different way. Jack has done that. He does that. Rangers are doing well in Europe, and he's doing well in the Scottish Premiership. It's great for Jack. It's great for Scottish football, and it's great for Rangers. Winning games is great for everybody involved. Following this, of course, as I stated at the start of the video, we have got a huge game against Benfica this week, and the last bit on Graham Souness, he basically stated that Rangers are playing them at the best possible time. Obviously, Graham does have history with Benfica. I think he managed them back in the day. And this is what he had to say with regards to after their 5-0 defeat against FC Porto. He says they are playing against a team that is under pressure. Have you seen their last 2 results? The week before losing to Porto, they lost to Sporting. I know a wee bit about that. The Rangers and Celtic in Portuguese football are Porto and Benfica, so they have to take a historical smack. The pressure will be on those players. It might be a good time to play them. There will be a nervy lot. It's like Rangers losing 5-0 to Celtic. You can imagine what the crowd would be like. The Benfica supporters are like Rangers supporters, like Liverpool supporters, or Galatasaray supporters. They're just mad passionate about their football team. Souness added, when Benfica play away from home, there's only 2 games a season when they don't have the majority of supporters away to Porto and Sporting. It's a giant of a football club. There are about 10 million people who live in Portugal, and 5 million of them are Benfica's fans. So whenever Benfica go, they have the majority of the support. It's a fantastic football club with a great European history. But just look back to what happened this year when Rangers went to Real Betis and got a result. That's what Benfica will be talking about. They'll be saying this is a team can go away from home and take a result. They'll be assuming it will be very well organised Rangers side that are capable of taking the result. Benfica have got back on their horse. Confidence is a great thing in football. Some people need a lot of it, some people don't need too much of it, and right now Benfica will be damaged because of that result at the weekend against historically their biggest rivals. They'll be hurting. So it's going to be one of those two Benfica and Rangers face. A really angry, full-on Benfica that have part of that result, or a Benfica that's feeling sorry for themselves, and we won't know which one until the night. It's just a typical European game away from home for Rangers. Do nothing daft in the early stages, no wild challenges, don't give any goals away, don't get their crowd excited by doing anything daft like emptying a couple of them and putting them over the touchline. Just usual tactics. So yeah, this is what Graham has had to say with regards to it, and yeah, he does know a thing or two, I suppose, about Benfica. As I touched upon yesterday's video, they have lost 5-0 against FC Porto, and I've also kind of encouraged the Rangers fan base to be a bit more excited about the Europa League games. Whilst not everyone is there, but I've seen a lot of doom and gloom on social media with regards to this Europa League match, and stating that it's a quote-unquote hindrance. Guys, enjoy it. Enjoy the Europa League. This is what it's all about. You know, big teams, big clubs compete on all stages. Domestic league, cup competitions, and European front. I will be gutted still if we don't go and go through this round. I still like Rangers to do well in Europe, regardless if we're on the title pursuit, regardless if the title is our priority. I still want to see Rangers win and do well in Europe and go as far as they possibly can. We should be able to juggle all of those things. And as stated, I want Rangers to beat Benfica, and I want to go as far as we possibly can in this Europa League campaign. But Rangers fans, that's all I've really got for you today in this first part of the video. Do let me know your thoughts on Graham. Do you think he would have been good or suited to come back in that consultancy role? Yes or no? And then, of course, let me know your early score predictions for the game against Benfica down in the comment section below. That brings us to the end of today's video. As always, please do smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for daily Rangers content. Thank you, and I'll see you all next time. Take care. Peace.